Welcome to Environmental Services, Process and Procedures to Making the Standard Hospital Patient Bed. Today we will be going over the step-by-step procedures of making patient room beds. These procedures, although not the only way to make patient room beds, is the only approved way to make all beds at Canadian Valley Hospital. These procedures have been approved by all department directors and managers, and represents the standard at Canadian Valley Hospital. As environmental service technicians, you don't only clean and disinfect, but are also responsible for ensuring patient areas are appealing and pleasant for your patients. This starts before the patient ever makes it to their room, and is just as important to your patient's family and friends as it is to your patients. The areas you and your fellow teammates are responsible for determine how your patients and their visitors view the hospital and their care while at the hospital. A patient's impression of cleanliness is as much about organization and appeal as it is about being clean. During this training, you will also see how each room should be set up. The establishment of a standard room setup will assist patients when they are required to be moved from one room to another. If all rooms are set up in a standard format, the patient may not even know they have left their previous room, and it has been reported to cause less stress on the patient. So now let's learn how to properly make a hospital patient bed. You will need one fitted sheet, one flat sheet, one draw sheet, one thermal blanket, one pillow, and one pillowcase. First step, after you have cleaned the room, removed your gloves, conducted hand hygiene and have gotten your clean linen from the linen cart. Make sure all the side rails are lowered completely, so they do not get in the way. Lower the bed to a comfortable level to make the bed, so you do not hurt your back when making it. The proper level will require bending at your hips, but you should be able to reach halfway over the bed without placing any part of your body onto the bed. Step 3. Open the fitted sheet fully, without flipping it into the air. Place one corner of the sheet onto one corner of the bed, walk around to the opposite side of the bed, and do the same. Stretch the sheet down the bed to the corner of the side you're currently standing on. Then while moving to the opposite corner, continue stretching the sheet until all corners of the bed have been covered by the sheet. Now, take the draw sheet, unfold it until it is halved. Without flipping it into the air, lay it across the bed from side to side, with the fold side facing the head of the bed. It should be level with the front of the second set of bed rails, or about 18 to 20 inches from the top of the bed. Tuck the draw sheet under each side of the bed in a fold manner, leaving about 2 inches still exposed. This will allow caregivers to pull it out without having to untuck the entire sheet. Again, always make sure the fold is facing the head of the bed. Never place the draw sheet with the open end facing the head of the bed. This will cause the sheet to roll onto itself when being used by caregivers. Step 7. Take the flat sheet, face the sheet with the folded side toward you, unfold the sheet so the folded side is still facing you, and the open side is facing away from you. Ensure the tag is not at the head of the bed. Sometimes you may have to switch sides of the bed to make sure the tag is not able to be seen by the patient. Never flip any linen into the air. Lay it from the head to the foot of the bed, overlapping the foot of the bed. Grab the top open area and lay it over the side of the bed you are on, still allowing the rest of the sheet to remain on the bed folded, like you can see here in step 9. Grab the remaining part of the open area at the foot of the bed, walking around to the other side of the bed, unfold the rest of the sheet. And make sure the top of the sheet is level with the top of the mattress at the head of the bed. The sheet should cover the entire bed, head to foot, with some extra hanging over the foot of the bed. As you can see here, the sheet will give you guidelines. If you line the bed up with the folds, and the center fold line is centered in the bed, generally the sheet will be even on either side. Step 12. Grab the thermal blanket and lay it out the same way you did with the sheet. Ensure the tag is not at the head of the bed and able to be seen by the patient. Unfold the blanket the same way you did with the sheet, except you will be laying it 5 to 6 inches from the end of the mattress, as seen here. Follow the folds of the blanket to outline the bed. The center fold will center the blanket in the bed. Doing this will make sure the blanket is centered on the bed, so you cannot see the sheet. After you have fully unfolded the blanket, fold the sheet at the head of the bed, over the top of the blanket. Do not allow the blanket to roll over while doing this. Flatten the fold out, and then down the side that you are on. Move to the foot of the bed, and fold under the mattress both the sheet and blanket on the side you are on. Take the excess that is hanging over, and fold it up to a 45-degree angle. Tuck the remaining excess under the bed, and lay down what you folded up in the 45-degree angle. Move to the opposite side of the bed, and do the same with that side. Step 19. Grab the pillow and pillowcase. Unfold the pillowcase and lay it flat on the bed, with the opening facing you. Fold the pillow in half and grasp it with your hand at the fold. Place the pillow into the pillowcase, tag first. Never put a pillow into a pillowcase while holding it against any part of your body, as seen here. Place the pillow at the head of the bed, centered in the bed, with the top fold centered in the pillow, and with the opening facing away from the room entrance, as seen on step 23. Fold the opening of the pillowcase under the pillow. Next, you'll lower the bed to the level of the nightstand. This will make sure all beds in that department are all set to the same height. Now, in all rooms except women's center rooms, align the bedside table to the rear of the bed. The bedside table should be lined up, with the foot of the bed on the window side, the feet of the table facing the head of the bed, and the bottom of the table set level with the bed itself. Never place the bedside table over the bed, or onto the bed directly. This will make sure the bedside table is accessible, and does not hinder the bed from being moved out of the room, or get tangled in the bed wheels. For women's center rooms, the bedside table alignment is to the rear of the bed, with the feet of the table facing away from the entrance of the room, and the top of the table level with the foot of the bed rails. All rooms will have a signed and dated Environmental Services tent card, placed on the bedside table facing the head of the bed. It will have who and when the room was cleaned and where to call if any further cleaning is needed. During cleaning, you will place the telephone and nurse call panel on the nightstand. The nightstand should be directly beside the bed but not touching it. The telephone and nurse call panel should be accessible from the bed, but never on the bed. Nothing but the pillow should be placed on the bed. This will make sure the bed can be removed from the room if needed, and will assist the caregivers when a patient arrives. Always raise the shades to about a foot from the ceiling, and equal to each other if there is more than one window. If there are blinds, open them fully. This allows for natural light to fill the room, and makes the room more appealing. Sometimes your patient's family may enter the room before the patient does, and doing this will make them feel more comfortable also. Although this training is intended to teach the procedures of making hospital patient beds, it is only one step in the cleaning of patient rooms. So when the bed is made, continue with the next step of mopping the floor. Before you start mopping, think about what furniture is in the room. Each room should have only the furniture that is needed and should not have a conference room feel. Each room should not have more than 2 small chairs and a couch or a lounge couch and 1 small chair, or only 3 small chairs in total. All chairs should be flat against a wall or window, and not in the entrance of the room. The only other furniture in a room should be the dirty linen cart and trash cans, also flat against the wall or in a corner, away from the entrance. While mopping, you will move all furniture in the room, clean under and behind it. Before you move everything back, make sure there is not excessive furniture. If there is, ask the nurse or techs on the floor where to place the extra furniture. You are not furniture movers. So move small chairs instead of lounges or couches. If the room has 2 couches or lounges, let the tech on the floor know you need a furniture move so you can properly clean the room. As environmental service technicians, you save lives. Your job is important because you keep your co-workers, patients, visitors and caregivers safe every day. You are a vital part of the infection control team and help the hospital keep patients healthy and happy. Thank you for what you do every day.